Sasha, tough one today. What do you think went wrong out there?
I mean, I played bad. The first two sets especially, I played horrible. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough to name on one thing. I didn't serve well, didn't play well from the baseline. Against a quality player like him, it's tough to come back from that.
Tough loss, obviously. Were there
Sorry?
any tough loss? Were there any kinds of injury concerns in the first two sets?
No.
Actually, we obviously saw you smash your racket. I mean, does that help? Does that make you feel better?
Yeah, it made me feel better. I was very angry, so I let my anger out.
Do you often smash a racket at pivotal times? Have you done it in the past?
Have you never watched my matches? You should watch my matches.
At what point did you feel like you were sort of struggling to put your game on the court?
Sorry?
What sort of stage of the match did you feel like you were struggling to put your game on the court? Because
In the beginning, in the first set, after he broke me the second time, I was like, I'm not playing well, but I obviously tried to come back, and obviously in the third set I started to play a little bit better, but it was a little bit too late already.
Possibly there's any sense of you had a kind of big finish to last season and a big high. Is there any perhaps a bit of a hangover or anything from that, do you think?
Yeah, a little bit, for sure. I didn't have a very long off season. I didn't have a lot of rest. But this is us as tennis players, and I'm happy how the season ended. So I'm not gonna. I wouldn't want it the other way.
Anything different? You played him twice before a couple of years ago. Anything you noticed differently about his game today?
No. I mean, not majorly. He played well from the baseline, but generally speaking, he's still a very aggressive player. Tries to come in and all that stuff. So not a lot of things have changed.
In hindsight, Alex, do you think you'd be better off after London maybe taking a much longer break, shortening your off-season, shortening your training block?
Yeah, but then when do you prepare yourself kind of physically? Because you can't really do it in the season, so that's the only time. So you kind of have to, you have to adjust. It's always a give and take. If the season is 11 months long, it's always like kind of a give and take in what you do, how you rest, and how much work you put in. So that's just how it is for us tennis players.
do you guys who are sort of 20, 21, 22 look at each other's results and like want to beat the other guys who are that age when you look at how deep you go in a tournament like this? Because obviously been quite a couple of good results yesterday.
Really. I mean, I don't do that too much. I was happy for Fo and that he made his first quarter. I mean, obviously I'm very close to him. I'm happy that the other young guys are doing well now as well. And, that's all of their first quarters as well. And, nothing but the best for them. This is one of many tournaments, so you can't really compete every single week saying, oh, you made semis there or quarters there and I got to beat that. No. Obviously I want to be the best, but not this week.
Alexander, was it clear to you what was happening with your serve early on in particular? Like, could you put your finger on what may not have been working with the serve early on in the match?
I've been struggling with my second serve the whole week, actually. I don't have a lot of rhythm on it, so I'll try to figure that out. I'll try to work on that, and hopefully it'll be better next time.
Perhaps you would have not liked to come over here. You would have paid some money to avoid all these questions. But apart from that, are you still, I guess, optimistic about your career, your life? I mean, even if you lost a match, it's not a disaster, no? Or you, in this moment, you think, oh, what a disaster. I mean, how do you react to bad performance?
Right now I'm not happy, but I'm not depressed either, so it's fine. It's a tennis match. And I've learned to take tennis matches as tennis matches and not the end of the world. So if I would think it's the end of the world every time I lose a tennis match, I very, very depressed about 15 to 20 times a year. So I'm not going to do that.